Welcome back to CHOWTIME Pods. Your host, I got a video today from the Modern King.
Men need to toughen up, and I think if men were forced to be homeless, they would learn how to be better men, because that's what made men manly in the past, was having to build houses and stuff. So if we just made men be homeless for like a year, I think it would fix a lot of problems.
That would be so good, especially because we don't force men to do military anymore like they used to. They make them homeless for a year. Let's see how they fucking
make them just figure it out, and make them homeless in a country where they don't know the language, and that way they really have to go through something, and then maybe they can like
be appreciative.
And this is why podcast equipment needs to be regulated. What are Minnie, Ruby, Frankie, and Jody Hildebrand on about? Men are forced to be homeless. We live in a capitalist hellscape. I know that you think men hold all the power, but that's like 1% of them, and the rest of them are considered disposable. Think about how many homeless men you have passed on the street in your life, and you want there to be more of them? I'm sorry, 105 million homeless men isn't enough for you? And let me also clarify, you two state that the reason that men are not great is because they haven't suffered enough.
You see how I don't date broke men? Very mindful, very demure. I'm not like you other girls.
Shut your demure ass up.
I don't go 50-50 with a man. A man picks me up. I don't drive to see a man. A man pays for my Uber.
This is just the reality of it. So women, you know, we're more educated now, and I think that we're furthering our education. So with that being said, we're going to hold off on the baby making. We're going to hold off until we get that great job, really career driven. And I don't think there's anything wrong with hoping that there's someone either on your level or higher than you.
So, okay.
Let him cook.
Go ahead, Lord Doctor.
All right. So before, right, it was okay when the man made more money to be the one to buy everything, to do, you know, treat you and all this other kind of stuff. And now that you make more money, you can't be that one, right? You can't be the one to pay for the meal, and because you're dating down. To me, by this particular study, I have to date down now. What is that?
Let him cook now.
I wanted to make more money. If there is a responsibility with making more money, first of all, I don't believe in any of it. But if there's a responsibility that comes with making more money, accept it.
Ha! Man,
Men do.
that's what I'm talking about.
Even men, if men don't make more money, we still take the responsibility.
Let's go.
What do you think the issue is with dating right now?
Ooh.
Men.
Why?
Speak on that.
Literally just men.
What about men?
Just their pure existence.
What could they do better?
Not exist.
So do you think you could survive without men?
Absolutely.
How long?
Probably longer than I would survive with men.
You know how to change a tire?
That is the most ridiculous statement possible.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how to fix a drain?
Yeah.
Walk me through it if it's busted.
Get the long snake thing and twirl it in.
That's not a busted drain, that's a clogged drain.
Then I would just use a different sink.
You just proved your point.
Yeah.
You just proved your point.
There's,
Keep going. I'm listening.
There's
I'm listening.
female
I'm listening.
plumbers.
Who do you think taught these plumbers how to plumb?
Maybe the other female plumbers that existed before them. A plumbing textbook. A YouTube video.
Created by men.
Trial and error.
Sure.
G'day folks. So I've just got this comment from Haley saying you're old, you're ugly.
I love this old man. I'm gonna keep playing this clip because we need to do more things like this.
You're not funny, get off the internet. Wow, that hurts. So I've looked Haley up. I've done a bit of research on Haley, looked her up. Turns out that Haley's actually a beautician.
But people forget that men have the internet too.
Okay, at a spa resort, which actually isn't too far from here, not far down the road. So I've just jumped on the website and had a bit of a look at the spa. And it turns out it's one of these spas that does everything, you know, massage, remedial massage, relaxation, haircuts, the whole kit and caboodle. They do the lot. So I rang the spa up and I got a hold of the manager and I asked if I could actually request a certain beautician to do it. She said, yeah, that's fine. So I've requested Haley, I've made a booking. Guess what, Haley? Tomorrow you're going to be waxing my back, sack and crack, love.
Make sure you fart in her face too, brother.
You might not think I'm...
Because it actually happens. I know women fart in women's faces when they're getting waxed because I've had women tell me.
Funny, but I think that's going to be hilarious. Ask any Aussie. They'll
Give
tell
us
you.
a pink eye.
See you tomorrow, Hayley. Oh, you better do a good job too, because I will be leaving a review on your website.
Damn right.
Oh, revenge is great.
I absolutely went into marriage knowing I was going to become a divorcee. There was no question in my mind. I knew at some point we would get divorced. The only question mark was when. I thought, you know, when I'm 40, maybe I'd get that title. Maybe then I'd earned it, you know, 10 years down the track. Because I think 10 years in a marriage, that's a pretty good innings in this day and age. That's like a good run. Turns out it was just the 3. In the end, that's all we kind of reached our limit with. But, you know, still got the title in the end. And obviously, I don't want to get married ever again. However...
So you just got married and divorced to get the marriage and divorcee title. Okay. This is why men just don't marry.
Double divorcee is a term that I'm living for. Like, that is... Isn't it? Oh, yeah, I'm a double divorcee. What? That's Slayana. Almost would be worth getting married again for. But as I said, I'm not going to get married again unless it's someone with terrible health.
Just look at how they view marriage as some kind of stepping stone or something, not as a person's feelings and emotions that you're dealing with.
No living other relatives and a lot of money, in which case inquire within.
Remember, according to them, their behavior and actions aren't the problem. You not tolerating it is. They say things like this and then ask where all the good men, seemingly because they lack any amount of self-awareness and can't hear the words coming out of their own mouths.
What's your age?
23.
Are you single?
I am now.
What do you mean?
I had a wife, now I don't have a wife.
How do you go from having a wife to not having a wife?
I went on deployment to Okinawa, Japan. My wife, dude, 1 week into that deployment, now I don't have one.
Well, how long were you together?
At least this man was smart enough to let it go and move on.
I've known her my whole life, since I was like elementary school, the whole way on to high school. Joined the Navy, married the girl. Now we're here, single.
I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
It is what it is.
Did she beg for you back?
She did, yeah.
What'd you tell her?
I said, you gotta be out by December. She was out by December. That was it.
How much did you...
You gotta stand on your ground, man. You gotta plant your feet down, and when you break things off, you walk away. You just don't look back.
You spend on the ring for her?
$6,000.
$6,000.
$6,000.
And you thought you were getting...
Yeah, no quality there. Yep.
So could you see yourself getting married again?
Probably not. These girls now don't tell the truth about nothing. Just do your thing.
Women cheat just as much as men. They're just better at it. And if anything, they do a lot more micro-cheating. What I mean by this is one of the things that women can do that men can't is on a daily basis, they can plant seeds for cheating without realizing. So if she just posts a beautiful picture, guys can comment and she can say, thank you, da, 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 and that tiny thing is happening on a daily basis. Whereas for men, they can't shoot their shot with that many girls and get a reply every day. So we're living in a time where if you wanted to be a female cheat, it'd be the easiest time to be that way.
So the coffee date wasn't enough. Now y'all trying to take women on walking dates?
Okay, and what's wrong with those?
I don't think she can walk that much, Lady J.
Like, at this point, I'm just convinced that some men do not like women. They don't want to put forth no effort.
Why? Because they don't want to spend a lot of money on a first date when the entire purpose of that first date is to get to know the person and actually find out if one wants to continue in a relationship?
First was the coffee date. Now y'all don't even want to spend $4. You want to take the girl walking.
And what exactly is one expecting on a first date? A 5-star dinner?
I wouldn't even advise a teenager to accept a walking date. He better take you to the movies or something.
Well, there's nothing wrong with going to the movies. However, I will say that it's probably not the best way to get to know the person that you're on a date with, especially since you're going to probably be sitting in relative silence for a...
Which I always thought was funny, that dinner and movies was like the go-to date when I was younger and like the older days. It's like you maybe can conversate during the dinner, but in the movie, really can't really say much. But I mean, you can cuddle and grope around, I guess.
Couple of hours. But Trying to say that a guy doesn't like a woman because he actually wants to take her on a coffee date or a walking date is absolutely ludicrous. How much a guy likes a woman is not dependent on how much he spends on her.
And this is why women are getting played so en masse, because they think it all has to do with money. And money, men can earn and throw away. It's not too hard, but it's not the same as other things.
A lot of them convince themselves that men must pay them for their very presence, hence why they dislike dates that don't revolve around spending large amounts of money. Thankfully, those types of women are very vocal about the price tag they put on themselves, which makes it extremely easy to avoid them altogether.
Like, I see a tremendous number of divorces when husband and wife are both working and husband loses job. Big precipitator for divorce. I've seen a lot of women that when their spouse loses the job and they become the breadwinner, they find that very unappealing. That that a man as the breadwinner was appealing, the man as economic equal is appealing, the man as I have to take care of him financially and provide for him, very uncomfortable. So I see it. When a man loses his job, I would love if they kept statistics on these kinds of things, but I can tell you in my practice, I've seen plenty of women lose their job. It has no impact on the marriage. Men lose their job in a heterosexual male-female marriage. It is disastrous consequences a great deal of the time.
Can I ask what you're doing?
Excuse me?
Can I ask what you're doing?
I'm recording myself.
Why?
Why not?
You're just recording yourself in the toilet?
Yes, why not?
And then what do you do with it?
I just post it online because I'm so gorgeous.
You are gorgeous.
Is she serious? She's serious. I just posted online because I'm so gorgeous.
Yeah, so I record myself whenever.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Trash.
Strange, but cool.
Finland is the happiest country in the world. The government in Finland. Finland ranks 6th of all European countries in terms of total antidepressant consumption. Ranks 8th of all European countries in terms of suicide. 28% of women in Finland are on antidepressants. That doesn't seem like some happy-go-lucky country with your all-female girl power government. That's tough.
It is so ridiculous that these women think they're so gorgeous, as if they think they're doing people or men a favor by recording themselves and posting it on the internet. Women, we really don't care. Like, stop thinking you're such hot stuff that you're just posting yourself constantly. Because yeah, there's simps out there that are always going to give you validation. Stop it. Get some help. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And catch you guys next time. Ciao.